So, scaldiamoci un pochino, tacchete, tacchete, tacchete. So, hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today it's going to be a special video. We're going to talk about training, the world that I come from and the world that brought me into self-development. So at first I started doing calisthenics. As you can see, I'm in a calisthenic park outside with my friend Daniele, that you're going to see during the video. Exactly. So I'm going to talk to you about something that to me sounds obvious, and a lot of time I haven't said in the social media, but for most of you it could be really useful. I'm going to talk with you about the best way to approach training as a beginner without any knowledge, in a practical way that can actually improve your life. You can improve your confidence, your body and your strength, so depending on your goal. So I'm going to divide a little bit in really few simple words what calisthenics means and how to start to train in calisthenics, what should be the base to organize your training, and how to progress a little bit into it. So it's the first video about training. I'm not gonna talk just about fitness, but once in a while I would like to bring some content showing who I am and trying to give you some value about it, because I know that I'm not a professional athlete like super high level like these guys here, but I know that I can provide value to the people, as I already do in a personal training session and training other people. I can improve the quality of your life, and this is my main goal here. So considering that YouTube is a learning platform currently in 2024, this is gonna be my main goal, and I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna break it down today with you. Changing location. So in our body, we have in the upper body, basically, let's say
aspetta, contare 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
we have about 5 main muscles, okay? One it's a bicep, one it's a tricep, one is a shoulder, chest and back. Of course, you also have forearms and all these things, but when you train in bodyweight workout, you're gonna mainly focus on the bigger muscle that are gonna give you the transfer to all the other things. In order to make it even more simple, they are divided in groups. We have push and pull. Push are all the exercises that involve basically chest, triceps and shoulder. Handstand can be a push exercise, handstand push-up can be a push exercise, planche, push-ups, whatever it is, depending on your level. And we have pull, that it's mainly biceps and back. For the back, for your chest and triceps. Then, of course, you can have combination of exercise, combining push and pull. So let's start from the 2 main exercises for the upper body. Choose. One can be dips, and I'll show you in a moment. So this one here, you jump, you don't stay like this, you push straight arms, so not like this, push, you contract your abs, your core like someone want to punch you, and there are a lot of ways to do it, okay? So you either go down, perpendicular like this, focusing on the triceps, or you lean a little bit to the front, focusing on the chest. So like this you're gonna focus on the chest. Then there are people doing it like this, there are people doing it like this. If I would be you, I wouldn't cross my legs, because it can create unbalances in your body. Now you're probably thinking, but I can't do dips, I'm too bad. In this video I'm gonna break it down for you without any equipment, so without using a rubber band, that I'm gonna do another video about it, and I'm gonna tell you how to start to approach this kind of movement. So you have all the basics that you need in order to improve your life and your body with me and putting a lot of effort inside. So as I said before, the other main exercise, so the second one, it's gonna be pull-ups. Pull-ups, it's one of the most difficult exercises for beginners, of course, because for us it's part of the end of the training or even the warm-up. So you hang, not like this, or at least you can do half repetition on purpose if you want to do it. But when you train it, you should train the full range of motion. So you hang like a salami, here like this, straight, you engage the scapula, and then you pull, and you go down. So you can do wider, closer, change grip, different activation, focusing on the back. Whatever you do, it's gonna be better than nothing. Remember these things, some people say, oh, this is wrong. Yeah, everything can work and everything can improve your strength if you do it with purpose. So ask yourself always, why am I doing a certain exercise and what's in the game for me? If I'm gonna improve my strength in this exercise, what is gonna happen to my body? What I'm gonna do later? So for example, if you want to train your back, I would recommend to do pull-ups like this. Okay? If you want to learn muscle up, the one that you're just seeing right now, that I did before, I would recommend to do pull-ups in this way here. so a little bit more circular movement, because like this you will develop the explosiveness in the right movement in order to then go up on the bar. So let's move on how you can actually approach this movement if you can't do one single repetition in both of these. Hop. So if you can't do any dips, there are a lot of ways that can help you to start, but we're gonna approach the easier one that everyone can perform without risking an injury or something like that. Because for example, you can do dip, chair, whatever, the one like this, but it can be dangerous for some people. It can be dangerous for some people, so I'm gonna start with the basics. So push-ups, and then we're gonna move on the parallels bar or maybe some chairs that you have at home. You can start doing push-ups. I understand some people are not able to perform push-ups. And what's your solution? No problem, come with me. But Khalil, I don't have such a thing at home. What I'm gonna do? Yeah, I know. You have chairs, you have furniture, you have whatever you want. So you start with a surface that is higher in order to incline your body and load less weight on your upper body. So like this, it's like putting less weight doing bench press basically. So instead of having like 70% of your body weight, you're gonna have 30%, 50%, depending on your level. So you're gonna stay like this and you're gonna do push-ups and push, push-up, push. Then of course you can work a little bit comfortable also on staying deeper, you know. It's important that you don't open your elbow like this. You don't feel pain to your shoulder. Little pain, it's always good, but not too much. You send the elbows close to your body or at 45 degrees. And feel the movement. Meanwhile, you go up, activate the core, like this, like someone is punching you. Then you can move on. You can also do it something like that, or places like this one here. So pump, 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 pump. And then, magic, magic. You can do it also then on the ground. Pump. Don't say like this, don't say like this, and don't send the elbow like this. So rule, it's close to your body to be safe, and this is gonna focus on your triceps, or 45 degrees, because the shoulder work way more comfortable if it's under this range. If you stand up, imagine that I'm standing. If you're standing up and you lift like this, after this angle, you're gonna feel a little bit pain to the shoulder. So imagine if without your body weight you lift at 90 degrees, your shoulder is not gonna work correctly. After years of training, you can do it anyways, it's less dangerous, but I wouldn't recommend it to a beginner. So once that you can perform around 10 push-ups inclined, 10 push-ups on a lower surface, and 10 push-ups on the ground, I would recommend to you to actually start to approach dips. Dips are a really important exercise, it works the upper body really well, and this is how you should start. So, you start from here, after warming up your wrist, of course. First of all, understand how to feel your weight. So don't fall, push, learn how to push, activate, engage the core, feel the weight, move a little bit, get comfortable. Because if you don't want to get injured, the first thing is to be really comfortable doing your exercises. Here, you're gonna first go down a little bit, stay and push. So smaller range of movement. Once you're gonna be able to feel properly your weight without any pain, you can move further to the next step. That is gonna be from here, you go just down, focusing. Not like this, like this. So you go down, you go down, you go down. And you touch. Then you go back, jump again and again. You can eventually stop in order to develop more strength. So you can go here and stop. I'm dancing in the... Okay, so great, that's it. And believe me, once you can do 5 negatives in a controlled way, you're gonna be able to start to work on the dips. Of course, once you achieve 10 push-ups and you start to work on dips, don't stop to do push-ups on the ground. You know, combine the things, start with the basics, add something. This is the basic of progression. So while you're training, it's important that you always improve what you're doing. Some people train their whole life and they're still not fit because they have trained 20 years in the same way. So like this, they are not able to challenge themselves and there is no improvement without challenge. So I understand, pull-ups are really difficult and challenging, and we are gonna start with something really basic. It has the same principle of push-ups, but upside down. So they are called Australian pull-ups, but for me, you can call them reverse push-ups. Give the name that you prefer. Important is that you train. Don't focus on names, because names are stupid thing for people that don't want to train. So you start here, chest out. I recommend a little bit wider than your shoulder. You can also do it like this. Like this, you focus on biceps. More you go wider and more you focus on your back. But we stay on the basic today, so slightly larger than your shoulder. You grab, go down, don't stay like this, chest out, proud of yourself, long neck, and pull yourself. Feel your weight, understand what muscle you're using. Then you can slowly, as you learn to go lower and lower. As you can see, the movement is the same. It change how much weight I load on the thing. You can add here some stops in order to work a little bit more with your muscle. Once you mastered your Australian pull-ups, so your reverse push-ups, your rows, call it how you prefer, you can start to approach pull-ups. Of course, I talk generally. You can do them like you prefer, like your wish, like this, like this, like this, or even like this. Keep in mind that when you start, I would recommend always for push-ups, dips, whatever you want, slightly larger the grip than your shoulder to stay in a safe range of motion. You can start here on the top. If you don't have any equipment, so no rubber bands, you start here. You can also jump. So in this moment I have some things to help me, but if you don't, ask to your friend to help you, or maybe just jump and hold yourself. Hold yourself and go slowly down. If you can't hold on the top, at the start you can also start here. You're still working with your muscle. If it's heavy, you still work. So then you have to work on the retraction of your scapula. So you start hanging like a salami. That can also be included in your training. Hanging a little bit, it's also really healthy for your shoulder, your back, whatever you want. And you start to activate the scapula. Straight arms and pull and hold up and down, pull and hold up and down. Then you can start to add a little bit range of motion. So let me break this down for you. I always hear from people, oh, but this guy, it's doing half repetition pull-ups. He's not doing till all the way up. He's not extending the arms. Let me tell you a secret. If you use your muscle, you can improve and you can develop strength. Now, if someone train just one part of the pull-up, so the ending part or the starting part, is gonna develop strength just in the specific part that is training. It can be useful, yes. If you do it consciously, it can actually help. If you struggle in the start and you work in a specific way to the start, you're gonna put all your strength on the part that you have to improve the most. And you're not gonna waste energies in the part that you feel better. So actually, you should work on the part that you're more uncomfortable with. If you work and you notice that your pull-ups feels heavy at the start, focus just on the start. Once it gets easy, you can start to approach the whole movement. When you start to train, you can also do half range of motion movement, so like this. So 1, 2, 3. But you have to do it on purpose. If you do it for mistake, it's wrong. So learn what is correct, and then, based on your situation, you have to adapt it to what you actually need. Because we are all different, we have all good strength and good weakness that we have to work separately on in order to improve in the long term. So in the end of the story, you're gonna be able to perform pull-ups. Once you can do a lot of half range of motion from the bottom and from the top, you can combine and start to work on pull-ups. 1, 2. So now you have all the things you need in order to start to train. The most difficult part is that most of the people think that they don't have time, and that's bullshit. They think that it's super difficult. Let me tell you a secret. When you start to train, the best thing you can do is to train as less as you can every single day. Because this is not the gym. People misunderstand. They think that you cannot train a chest doing bench press every single day, and that may be true in some cases, but bodyweight workout, it's not the same. Of course, you have to listen to your body. If you feel that you need rest, take your rest, but work on creating a habit that it makes training a need. Because currently in my life, if I don't train, I don't feel good. So I can't stop training. It's impossible if I need it. It's sort of a drug. Let's see it in this way. This is the point. Start now, currently. Watch again the video and start during this video, this 10 minutes video plus minus, start to train and do maybe just some push-ups. Do it today, do it tomorrow, do it for 1 week. If you can do it for 3 months in a row, without stressing too much, of course, then you're gonna get used to it and you can work on it and improve the session, the quality of your session, and improve the amount of strength required for every single session of training. So train first the mind, then the body. Have a nice day, players.